Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine and today I'm going to do just a little special reading for Halloween for the celebration of Samhain. So we'll just do a little Celtic cross here. I'm going to use the Jack-o'-lantern deck. And I think we'll just do a Celtic cross layout today. What do you say? All right. All right. What's the energy of this Halloween? Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. We got choices. We got choices how we want to do this. Almost looks a little bit like, although this guy's got strangely large hands. Trick or treat. It's like, well, you get to pick out what you want out of the bucket. All right. So that's our energy for this. Okay. Next up, situation. Ooh, the Hermit. Hermit. Yeah, Hermit might be a good time to do some meditation, take a little spiritual time. It's a spiritual holiday for a lot of different faiths, whether you're a pagan or a Christian or the change of seasons. The change of seasons is noted, particularly the summer to the fall, fall to winter, this time of year in a lot of different historical traditions. So seems like a good a time as any to step back and kind of evaluate where you've been. I mean, it's kind of the midpoint or the last, where do you want to get this year that you haven't gotten yet? Because we're in that last season, that last push before the winter. What did you want to get done before the winter? Yeah, take some time to think about that with this Hermit here. Opportunity. The Moon. The Moon is the opportunity here. Now the Moon card, let's get some changes here. The Moon is usually encouraging us to face our fears, to do the shadow work that we need to do, to look at the things that make us uncomfortable and ask ourselves why. And when we do that, we dissipate the power of those things in our lives. So if you just say, oh, I have these regrets or this guilt or whatever happens to be burdening you, and you face it, it dissipates. Sometimes it comes back, and sometimes you can say, wow, I've successfully dealt with that. It's a beautiful thing. So here we are at the harvest time. What have you not harvested? How do you feel about that? And can you make amends with that? Can you come to peace with that? All right. What's the advice here? Nine of Swords. And as advice and guidance, I would use this Nine of Swords to mean don't worry about it. Because I don't believe that worrying is actually constructive. It is actually rather destructive. And if you can take the power of this moon and face your worries, face your fears, face the things that make you uncomfortable, either within or without, and decide, I can overcome it, I can deal with it, I can move on from it. That's where I think we're going with this Nine of Swords in the position of divine guidance, with the moon here in a position of opportunity. Don't let these things continue to eat at you. Face it and let it go. Yeah. Easy to say, hard to do. It's all work that we have to do, though. We're all called to deal with our shadows. Eight of Swords. You may be feeling in your root here that you're very stuck. And that, I can tell you, my dear, is a lie. And even the card shows that while this person is bound with their hands, not their feet, though, there is a possibility to step down, even if you don't know how far you're stepping down, and step away from the ideas, these thoughts, these things that eat away at you. You can get away from this. You can walk away from it. And you can, again, use the moon as the opportunity to deal with those thoughts and feelings. Hermit time. Yeah, this is what to do with your hermit time. This is what to do with, taking a little time for self-reflection here this Halloween. All right. In the past, the Chariot. Okay, so yeah, maybe this year has gone really fast for you. It certainly has gone fast for me. And the Chariot is, you've been taking things on. It's a card of action. It's a card of determination. A lot of strength of will. You have willed yourself forward. It's taken a lot out of you. It's taken a lot of strength and energy to be able to keep pushing. Keep pushing. So this is an opportunity, instead of trying to push through things, to face it, to evaluate it. Incoming, the Empress. Yeah. So in your process of evaluating and facing, you are supported by people close to you. There is an abundance of support actually here. The Empress is the extreme of love and support. She is a character that gives, physical support. She's the one that if you're on a journey, she'll make the fool a sandwich on his way to the emperor. She's that kind of empress. Or she'll have one of her staff. She'll probably have her staff make the sandwich, but it'll be her idea, and she'll, she won't let him leave until he takes the damn sandwich. But the Empress, yes, in the future. So this is a great deal of love and support for whatever it is that you're having to come to terms with. There are people who care about you and want to see you succeed. Okay, how are you doing? Let's see the Self card, the Hanged Man. You've been a little bit in suspense here. You've been hanging out, and it seems, let's see, the Hanged Man, while he is in a physical position of discomfort, of perhaps punishment, he is actually taking this opportunity. If you look at the face is at peace. He's finding peace with this. He's using the opportunity to invert his world to clear his mind. So yeah, it looks like you're taking this opportunity of the moon to face those things that have frightened you or made you uncomfortable, or things you just didn't want to deal with. And yeah, it looks like you're dealing with it. Looks like you're going to take this opportunity. So that's great. That is great. We grow in these points of discomfort. So this is definitely a sense of growth here in the self. Environment, Queen of Wands. So again, in your environment, the Empress embodies all of the queens, but we're going to emphasize here this Queen of Wands quality of somebody who's very supportive of your passions and your ideas. And this would indicate somebody in, not necessarily you, but somebody in your inner sphere. Somebody who's ferociously supportive. Now you got to realize somebody who's ferociously supportive may come across perhaps as being a little domineering, or maybe a little bit of nagging, or a little bit, it's like, oh, give me a break, woman. But she means the very best by it. Could be a he as well. Because it's an energy of being receptive, not necessarily an energy of being active. So that's where you get the masculine and the feminine and all this. But just because it's a queen doesn't mean it couldn't be, something like back in the day when your dad was telling you to do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. He's not going to do the homework, but he's going to badger you until you do your homework. That kind of thing. Or, conversely, a mother or mother figure. Hopes and fears, Two of Pentacles. How do you balance it all? You hope you can balance it. You're afraid you can't. But the thing about hopes and fears, I'm going to lay this right here. like that, is this is all in your mind. This is your mental construct, and you can frame it however you please because it's yours. You can choose to ignore this and say, hey, I got this because I've got people in my corner who are backing me up. Outcome, 3 of Swords. So this is something that's plaguing your mind. The things that are plaguing your mind, it's time to deal with. It is. It's time to deal with it. It could be big stuff. And this could mean, let's put you here and here. This could mean finding, good qualified counseling, psychological help, or this just could be good friends. Depends on the severity of what you're trying to deal with. Sometimes you can't deal with things alone. Sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you got to get that outside perspective of a trusted friend or counselor, like professional, not just, a gal who likes to read self-help books and put stuff on YouTube, like me. But yeah, these are things that have been plaguing you for a while. And this fall, this Halloween, this change of seasons, this is the time to clear out your mental house. These are very mental cards, these swords. And so, yeah, all of this mentalness, you can see the dragons coming. I love this. The one thing I do like about this deck is this particular card here, because the swords are mental. Swords are mental anguish, and you've got all of these little dragon things coming out of this person's mind. Yeah, this is the stuff to deal with. And once you're able to deal with it successfully, then it no longer becomes the dragons in your mind. There's a neuroscientist by the name of Caroline Leaf who has several very interesting books, but she talks about the thoughts that, particularly the guilt-ridden or fearful thoughts in the mind, as rotten trees growing in the mind. And that's kind of looks like what Juliana Costa, the artist, has done here. It's like rotten trees growing in the mind. And a lot of her books are about uprooting those rotten trees. And you either got to replace it with something good or realize that it's not that powerful and letting it go. Usually replacing it with something good, something positive. And you've got positive right here. These 2 people here could be different people. This person's like an everything kind of person. This could be like a mentor, and this could be like a close friend, spouse, romantic partner, somebody. Yeah. Well. Looks like a lot of work to be done this Halloween. Good time to do your fall cleaning in here. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of opportunity for that. And looks like there's, back to our 7 of Cups, back to the very beginning. There's a lot of thoughts to deal with. Take your pick. Don't try to do it all at once. One by one, piece by piece, pull out the swords and let them go. Okay? All right. Happy fall cleaning. I wish you peace this Halloween. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.